Welcome back, guys. Team Sasquatch here. Duh, Crazy Sasquatch Show. Yes, duh, Crazy Sasquatch Show. Should I do it in my football helmet? Like, our own team emblem and everything. At any rate. You want to wear it? My hair looks funny. Alright, guys. But as long as I can read my writing, like it's going to be any better. Hey, we got our own baby Sasquatch too. Alright, he's Chewbacca, but you know, our Sasquatch show likes him. So, got through the AFC North. Now we're going to move on to the AFC East. Sorry we missed the episode last night, guys. We had some pretty good severe storms here. And I wasn't sitting out here in a thunderstorm and pouring down rain doing a show. So we'll do the Patriots and the Bills of the AFC East today. See where they're going to land at. Things have changed since we started this show here a couple weeks ago with the Patriots signing Cam Newton. So some of our predictions back here with Stidham starting. Now, possible Cam Newton, you know, they haven't said Cam Newton's the starter. I'm assuming he's going to be the starter, but you got spring training yet, guys, or you got training camp. Stidham was there last year. He knows the team. Cam wasn't. We'll see what happens here. I mean, one knows the coaching, one knows the program. That one's coming in fresh. With limited preseason games or no preseason games, we'll see who gets the start here. I mean, Cam's a veteran. He's going to be able to step in. But if it's a whole different scheme with Bill Belichick, it could be different here, guys, for him. So I don't know who's going to start the season. Cam's got a lot to prove. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot to prove this year. We'll see what he does. I think he'll be starting more sooner than later, if not the beginning of the season. But with the way the season started, with everything going on and training limited, we'll see who knows the team better in the first few weeks. I kind of think Stidham may start the first couple weeks. If he falters at all, Newton's going to be there. I think they signed Newton as a starter, but Stidham's the future. I mean, you know, well, I guess we'll see what happens here with New England. It's going to be an influx of no more Tom Brady. You pick between Cam Newton and Stidham. Patriots, you still got Sony Michel. You still got James White. You got your running backs doing from last year, still doing good. Tight ends, you lost your big tight end in Ben Watson. So right now it's a lacrosse. Brady always relied on his tight ends. Brady's not there. I mean, Cam and always had Greg Olsen. So I don't know how the whole tight end situation is going to work in New England real well. Wide receivers, you still got Edelman, Sanu, Harry. You got a couple of decent wide receivers, no star guys that you'd want to pick on your fantasy league team in the first couple rounds. Edelman was Brady's go-to guy when the shit was hitting the fan. Okay, I can drop it off to Edelman. I don't know how Cam's gonna be. Cam may run instead of dropping off. Cam may take off running. So I don't know if Edelman's gonna have the year he has had with Brady. Sanu, he might be your better one on the team right now. I mean, if Cam can throw it deep or Stidham, Sanu might be your better pick here. I don't think I'd either pick anyone as your first wide receiver on your fantasy league team, though. Defense, New England. Still going to have a tough defense. Didn't really lose a lot. You lost a few guys, but you brought in a few guys. Brought in, I believe, Collins. Or subtractions. You lost Collins. You lost Van Noy. You brought in a couple guys, Allen and Adrian Phillips. Draft pick-wise, New England didn't really impress me a whole lot in the draft. Brady knew how to manage a game. I mean, he could nickel and dime you down the whole field, 5 yards, 10 yards, and just play the clock. That helps the defense out. They're fresh when they come onto the field. I don't know if Cam's going to do that. I see a little bit of a drop back in this year's defense for New England. I don't know how much. I mean, you guys were ranked first last year, but you had a quarterback that could manage the game. I don't know. You guys probably, I would still say in the top 6 or 7, but there's some good defenses coming up with the Ravens and Steelers. I think the Bears got better. There's a lot of defenses that have gotten better this year that I think are going to be better than New England. And if New England's on the field more, the stats are going to show it. So, you got anything to say about New England before we do their picks?
Well, Cam Newton and the Panthers team, he was good because if he did play action, who was going to get the ball? Cam Newton, one of the best running quarterbacks, or McCaffrey. He relied on his tight end a lot. They had above average to average receivers. And then Cam Newton goes to the Patriots, which have no big name running backs. The number one receiver led the league in dropped passes last year. And everyone's going to, they know Cam Newton's just always going to keep the ball in play action 90% of the time. Or if it's a play, which he can either give it to the running back or keep it, he's going to keep it 99% of the time because those running backs really aren't reliable that much. Their offense is definitely going to get worse. Tom Brady, he extended plays and he knew how to stop plays. Cam Newton, all he knows is to run the ball inside and in bounds, and I don't think they'll be nearly as good as last year, New England, especially if Edelman is still your number one receiver.
And saying that, Sony Michel, he's always just been kind of there in New England. But his play action, he may get a few more passes on his way. We'll see if Cam decides to throw it. But at any rate, we'll get to the wins and losses we think New England's going to have. I said it's when we did it before. Some of these predictions may alter a little bit because of the new quarterback. Brett says no. We'll see. Miami, draft pick haven for Miami in 2020. Week 1, these draft picks with not a lot of preseason, not a lot of practice time together. I don't care who's starting in New England in this one. New England's got the better defense coming into here. Miami's just too new. I just can't see Miami beating New England, being a rebuilding team right now.
Last year, Miami beat Patriots. Miami got better this year. New England got worse, but I still give the win to Miami. Miami still has a lot of holes, but so does New England. But Miami is more unknown than the Patriots, so Patriots win.
Seattle, you have to watch the previous episode to see why we picked this, guys. Go back and watch the Seattle one. Week 3, the Raiders. New stadium. But you're at New England on this one. You're not at your new stadium. You're at New England. New England, like I said, still top 10 defense, maybe even a top 5, depending. I don't know if Raiders are going to have the defense to stop whoever is that quarterback. If it's Stidham or Cam, I think there'll be enough play action. Dinkin and Duncan, they'll manage the clock. The Patriots defense, I think, can stop the Raiders. I mean, I love Jacobs for Oakland, but I think you can't win it with one man. Carr's not going to be bad if he can stay healthy, but even at this point, I think Bill Belichick's a good enough coach. He'll pull this one off.
So I'm just going to go down the line of these three. First, Raiders. They got Kwiatkowski from the Bears, which they should start him, and I don't like the Bears that they did this. That they got rid of Kwiatkowski. They should have got rid of Trevathan if they had to get rid of a middle linebacker. Kwiatkowski ran over running backs last year. He tricked Aaron Rodgers, a veteran quarterback, and almost intercepted him, but he dropped the ball. He ran over Dalvin Cook off the Vikings and got tons of sacks that game. Then they put in Trevathan for the rest of the year and trade him away. So their middle linebacker core got way better with Kwiatkowski if they start him. So their defense got better. Second year with, I think his name is Josh Jacobs as their rookie running back. He's very good in his rookie year. I think over 1,000 yards. And this year he's definitely going to have over 1,100 yards, and that's why they're going to win that at Kansas City. That's an easy pick. Kansas City's better all around. Denver, they're like the Raiders. Those two teams are probably going to be around average, above average range this year. They're probably, neither of them are going to make the playoffs, but definitely going to be close games. Denver, they have a lot of good running backs. They have a second year in Drew Lock. He played like 1 or 2 games last year. Their defense, if Callahan plays, it's going to be way better. with a defensive-minded coach, which the Bears had the #1 defense with him. They're going to stop New England's below-average offense. That's what I predict this year. They're going to have below-average offense in their offense on Denver. They're going to improve from last year, but not be top 15.
Okay, like Brett was saying about Kansas City, it's ex-Super Bowl champions here. They really didn't lose a lot. They actually gained a pretty good running back in the draft. Might be their starter by week 4. He probably will be their starter. At least he'll be in there a lot. So all rookies this year. All the rookies across the board are going to have a hard time getting going because of the lack of preseason games, the lack of training camps, because of the whole COVID-19 thing. But Kansas City's got the team. So I agree with Brett on this one. New England just don't have the caliber team that Kansas City has. Denver's going to be a close game. They get 2 quality running backs. I do like Drew Lock. He did very good towards the end of the season last year when he was starting. Maybe a top 10 fantasy quarterback this year. It'd be close. There's a lot of good rookie quarterbacks, or not rookie, but second-year quarterbacks, third-year quarterbacks out there right now. But I do like Drew Lock. If he was there on the board, 3rd or 4th rounds of fantasy picks, I may pick him up as my quarterback, maybe closer to the 5th round. Denver's going to have a tough defense. So, defensive-wise, Denver and New England may match pretty good. Offensive-wise, if it's Cam or Stenham, I think Denver has a little bit of the running game. It's going to be a close matchup. Being to New England changes a little bit. If Cam's starting, he's going to want to win this pretty badly after a 1-2 start of the season. Denver, I got making the playoffs. New England, I think, is going to be right there on the verge of a wild card. I don't think they're going to get a bye like they've had before. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a judgment game for Drew Lock, how much he's grown. And I said, whoever's starting it for New England, this is a tough one, guys. It's going to be a close matchup. I just like Denver in this one, guys. I like Denver's depth at running back on this one. Yes, New England, you got some decent running backs. I think Denver finds a way to pull this one off. Much needed bye week. Brett's got you 0-4. I got you 1-3. New England. Oh, sorry. I missed Miami. So you got a 1-5 and a 2-3. Bye week. Belichick's not going to be too happy at this point if this is going either way here. That thing is you get San Francisco, who tasted the playoffs last year. Good young team, very good defense, very good offense. I don't know what's going to happen with the running back situation. Mozart right now is asking for a trade. I don't know if San Fran's going to trade him or what they're going to do. San Fran may take a little bit of a hit if they lose their Mozart. There's a running back. I still see San Fran winning this one. Like I said, things have changed a little bit since we did some of these.
Isn't their running back Coleman, right?
Coleman, but Mozart was the other one. But now they're down to one. So Mozart's the one that did real well in the playoffs last year.
Coleman's still a good starter.
Yeah.
Though. He's more of a power back, and then Mozart's more of a speed.
Yeah. So now going into week 8, you guys lost this one. Week 8, the Bills. This is the possible changing of the guard. New England's been the head dog of the East for a long time since Brady's been there. Is this the changing of the guard here, guys? I mean, yes, you got the Dolphins and the Jets. I don't see the Dolphins and the Jets being the caliber of these two teams in this division right now. I think Miami's in a huge draft pick over rebuilding stage Jets. Not totally rebuild, but you're not quite the caliber of these two teams right now. This game at the Bills could dictate the changing of the guard in the East. Is Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Singletary, that Buffalo's defense, are they going to change this? My answer is yes. I think Buffalo's changing to the guards this year. I think Buffalo's going to be the king of the East coming up very soon.
At Bills got one of the probably top 5, maybe top 10 wide receivers and Stephon Diggs from the Vikings. And Buffalo's gonna the Bills are gonna succeed with that. Last year, probably had average receivers. Now they got probably one of the best receivers, an elite receiver, with their Tannehill, right?
Yes. For Bills?
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Oh.
Josh
I
Allen.
keep confusing the Bills and the Titans.
Oh, yeah.
But Josh Allen, he's also going to be very good this year with one of the best receivers, a very good running back, very good defense. Patriots, they've gotten worse in everything, so Bills easy win there.
Here come the Jets. At the Jets. Le'Veon Bell. A few weapons here, guys. I don't see Jets having the defense. By now, if it's Cam Newton, if it's Denham, whoever it is, I probably see Cam Newton starting by this point in time, just for whatever reasons. Especially if the record's right, Cam's going to be in there, I think, at this point to try to turn things around, if he's not already. I think Belichick and the New England Patriots are going to find a way to win this one with their defense.
At Jets, people are going to think this is an easy win for New England. It's gonna actually be a very tight game, but Jets, isn't their quarterback also last name Darnold? I remember.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold and Le'Veon Bell. Those two are gonna be very good this year. Le'Veon Bell's just gonna take a step up because you can't get that much worse from last year as a running back. Sam Darnold's gonna get better. Their whole offense. Their new rookies, second-year people. Their defense, maybe bottom 20. Same with offense. They're still going to be a below-average team this year, but they're getting better. New England, people are going to yell at me in the comments, but the New England Patriots, they're going to be at best an average team this year, at least. This year, below-average team, but I still see them winning against the Jets in a very close game.
Next comes up Baltimore. Watch our episode from 2 days ago, guys. We go over Baltimore and Pittsburgh. We go in depth on why we think this is going to happen. Houston. Hey, Houston. But Belichick's got a tricky way of taking your best player out of the game. You take Houston's quarterback out of the game. I don't see a whole lot of other weapons they can beat you. I think they're going to focus on taking Houston's quarterback out of the game. They're going to focus on him, put some spies on him so he can't run the ball. I see this one here, I see it's a must win for New England. I think they're going to do their best to pull this one off. I just don't think Watson's going to have a good game.
At Houston, I don't see any possible way of Patriots winning this. Breaking down the quarterbacks, Deshawn Watson versus Cam Newton. Cam Newton's a slightly better rusher, but Deshaun Watson's a way better passer. But they're both mixed. They can both be a running quarterback and passing quarterback if they won. Deshaun Watson last year, he threw a touchdown pass by getting kicked in the face. And Deshaun Watson, even though they lost their number one receiver in Hopkins by giving him to the Cardinals for a second-round pick, they still have Stills and Fuller as wide receivers, which those two on their own is probably above average.
You got Brandon Cooks.
And Brandon Cooks, above average wide receiver core. Deshaun Watson, he can definitely work with that. Their running backs, O-line are very good. Houston's defense, going to be a top 10 this year. New England, probably just barely out of number 10. But yeah, Houston, they definitely have an easy win in this game.
All right, Arizona. I forgot to mark mine. Brett's got a loss. Let me check what I had for Arizona, guys. My previous picks. I had Arizona winning this one.
It's a loss for you.
So it's a loss for New England. I think Arizona a little too much through the air, a little too much on the ground. I think this will be another very close game. Arizona wasn't the great at pass defense last year. If Cam Newton's bombing it down the field, that could change things from when I picked this a couple weeks ago. Should be a close game. But anyway, in the loss, San Diego Chargers. You lost your number one running back. You still got Eckler. I don't know who's going to be starting quarterback at this point in time. You know, he drafted a good rookie, but will he be starting? Will the veteran he pulled over from Buffalo be starting? San Diego's got a very good defense. So does New England. I think New England's veterans on offense may pull this one off. So I'm giving New England a win here.
At Chargers, New England and Chargers, I say they're pretty even teams. Chargers, they're probably a little better than New England. Chargers running backs and QB are pretty unknown, but at Chargers, New England, if it was the other way around, if it was at New England, I would give the win to them. But at Chargers, even though they lost Phillip Rivers, which I think he had like 20 interceptions last year, since they lost him, anything below that and more interceptions, that's going to be an improvement. They still have probably a top 10 receiver in their team.
Here comes Miami again, guys. I said Miami's in a rebuilding process. Give them a year or two with all the rookies. They should be very good. Not this year. I think New England gets another win here.
Last year at Miami, Chiefs needed to win, and New England needed to lose against Miami. It's not going to be the same way this year because there's no way Patriots are going to make it in the playoffs, but at Miami, by this time New England has nothing to play for. Miami, maybe, we haven't done their predictions yet, but at Miami every year somehow finds a way to win against New England at their home, and I'm giving a win to Miami. They've got better, New England got worse. Miami always pulls out a surprise win of the Patriots every year, so it makes sense.
This is going to be a big game for New England. Big game for the Bills, too. I got you at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, your season's on the line. You go 8-8 as a possible. Depends what the Bills, I guess, and the Jets and Miami does. I don't think Miami and the Jets are going to be quite a 500 team. I guess we'll look at them tomorrow, see what their schedule looks like. You never know. It could be a surprise in here. But at 8-8, New England could win this division. They could be a wild card. This is a huge must-win, I think, for the Bills as well as the Patriots. Bills got a heck of a lot of weapons, a very good defense, some good wide receivers, can go down deep, downfield. Josh Allen can run the ball. You got Singletary, a lot of huge weapons. New England, if Cam's starting, or even if Stidham's doing very well, I don't know if you get the wide receivers to keep up. I think you might. See how healthy everybody is at this point in time, week 16 into the season. Defenses are going to be right there together. This is going to be a hard-fought, tough game. If Bills win this, I see them winning the division and being the new king of the East. Patriots win this, you still got that thinking of who's better yet right now. I don't know why, I just got a funny feeling. At home, I find a way. I think Belichick finds a way. I don't know who's going to key on as Allen, as a Singletary. I just think somehow Patriots find a way with a last-second field goal to pull this one off.
Bills going to New England, it's not really going to change that much. Bills, way better offense, way better receivers, better running backs. Maybe New England has a slightly better quarterback. Bills, I'll take their defense over the Patriots. It may be controversial, but I don't see New England winning this against a playoff, probably a championship team in the Bills. I just don't see a way they're winning this one.
Okay, this is a have-to-be must-win. You're at home against the Jets. Your season's on the line here, Patriots. I don't see any way you let this one slip through your fingers. You just can't. You just can't let this slip through your fingers.
So after 7 straight losses, in my predictions, the Jets ending a season on probably one of the worst teams in football, but they're easily going to win this one with a record of 3-13.
So that's probably the biggest change or deficit Brett and I've had on agreements on a team.
What? 3-13.
One. Oh, I keep missing 9 up there, guys. It's hidden up there. Sorry. Still, it's a 5-game swing. 3-13, 8-8, 3-13, bottom of the division, 8-8, top, second place maybe. We'll see what the Jets and Buffalo schedules look like. We're doing Buffalo here next. I said, New England's going to be one of those teams that you just lost. Brady. He's been there for how many years? Things are going to change. How well can New England adapt? So that's New England. We'll move on to Buffalo. Josh Allen, I had him on my fantasy team last year. He can throw, he can run. I like him. I mean, to me, he's a top 5 fantasy pick because, like Mahomes, like Lamar Jackson, he's not quite there on that realm with them, but he's right there close where he can run it, he can throw it. Now he's got Stephon Diggs. You already got Josh Brown, 2 deep threats. Singletary, I love. He can catch, he can run. I had Singletary on my fantasy team last year. Buffalo's defense. You added some guys. Butler, Josh Norman. I mean, you guys added some guys. You really didn't lose a lot on defense. Jordan Phillips, Kevin Johnson. I mean, I think you gained more on defense and lost less. So I think Buffalo, your defense probably got a little better. Josh Allen's got another year under his belt. You gave him another weapon in Diggs. I don't know too much about your tight end Knox. Tight end might be your weak spot. I don't know. But I think Buffalo's going to be a playoff caliber team this year. We'll see who they got to play here. I mean, you kind of see some of who they played. I mean, I got them almost a winning record now, but we'll get into it a little more. You got anything about Buffalo, Brett, before we get going? So right off the bat, Buffalo's got 2 division rivals right out of the gate. Jets and Miami. I usually don't do 2 in a row, but I'll follow Brett's standard down here. I'll do 2 in a row. Jets and Miami. Buffalo's got the defense to stop the Jets. They have to get the defense and the veterans to stop Miami. So right off the bat, guys, I got you 3-0. Yeah, the Rams are going to be a tougher game, but the Rams are coming to your home. Rams lost your main running back. What's my brain right now?
Miami's running back to Jordan Howard.
No, Rams running back that they lost. Gurley. Sorry, guys, talking about a bunch of other teams. And he lost Gurley. Yeah, he gained a couple. He gained a good one during the draft. By week 3, we'll see how close he is. I just think Buffalo is going to be the team to beat right now. So right off the bat, 3-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Buffalo's way better than Jets, Miami. They both improved. These 2 teams both improved over the offseason, but Buffalo, Stephon Diggs, it evens out against the gains on each team, and even if you take out all the new players on each team, they're way better than both of them. Even if you combine both best players from each team.
My big thing about golf, the Bears showed this a couple years in the playoff. You pressure golf, he gets a little frustrated and don't make accurate passes. I think Buffalo's defense can get in golf's face and kind of fluster him a little bit. And to me, that's his biggest weak point. He can't stand under pressure. He starts making some mistakes under pressure. So going on to week 4 at the Raiders in their new stadium. Raiders, I mean, these couple second-year running backs, Singletary versus Jacobs. I like both of them. I'd draft them both in the second and third rounds if I had a choice. I think both good up-and-coming running backs. Carr versus Allen. Allen I like better because he can run the ball. A little more few fantasy points. I love a running quarterback. It throws a whole new dimension to an offense. Couple deep wide receivers. My difference of these two, I think, is defense. Like Brett said before, Raiders defense got a little bit better. I think Buffalo's did too. This is going to be a close game, especially at the Raiders in their new stadium. It's going to be a very close, very hard fought game. I give Josh Allen's legs. I think he's going to run this one a little bit, throw some little razzle dazzle on this one, pull this one off.
This is probably one of the closest games. While he was explaining who would win, I was going back and forth between the two teams. I didn't know who was going to win. Either of them could win, but the difference, which I think is going to win, is the receiving core. Buffalo has a better receiving core. Derek Carr could be bad or good. I think this year he's about going to be above average quarterback, maybe top 15 quarterbacks this year. Their defense got better. Buffalo's defense got better. Raiders' offense got better. Buffalo's offense got better. These two teams, I keep on going back and forth even now, but I have to give the win to actually the Raiders. They're going to be very close games in every single game. Same with the Broncos. Both of those teams are going to be very good this year. And they'll be highly contested in every single game, even if it's the 49ers, Seattle, Bills. They're going to be highly contested into the last second.
The Titans, the team that nobody ever talks about a whole lot, that's always there in the playoffs. Derrick Henry, not much other than Derrick Henry can run you over. With Derrick Henry, I think the Titans can manage the time of this game. Titans, you got some okay wide receivers, veteran quarterback. I don't know if your defense is going to be enough to stop the deep threats of Buffalo, plus the running game of Singletary and Allen. I think it's going to be another tough fought game. It's going to be a tough fought game. Don't laugh at me.
You've been mispronouncing words all day.
It's a Friday, guys. It's been a long week.
I thought it's Thursday.
It's not Thursday. See, you don't know what day it is. We took a break yesterday because it rained. Remember? Boom, boom, crash, boom, wind, big rains, floods. Anyway, Titans. I think Buffalo's taking another step forward this year. I don't know if the Titans' defense can stop the deep passing game with Diggs and Brown, plus the short game with running of Allen and Singletary. I know it's at Tennessee, but I think Buffalo pulls this one off in a 3-point game.
And at Titans, the team that I confused with the Buffalo Bills. I don't know why I confused those two. Same with the Rams and Cowboys. I always confused those two. I always thought Buffalo had Derrick Henry, but Titans, better running backs. Buffalo, better wide receivers. Probably even on quarterback scale, but I would rather the team that would win more. I would rather have a team full of good receivers than a good running back. Titans defense maybe a little better than the Buffalo's defense, but Buffalo's going to win this one by a very maybe last second field goal.
Uh-oh, guess who's knocking on the door coming into your house, Buffalo? Super Bowl champs from last year. This is going to be a gauge to see how good Buffalo's gotten. I mean, you guys were 10-6 last year. You're going to be better. I think you're going to be better this year. This is going to be a real test. Kansas City didn't get any worse. They actually, I think they I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, guys. They did some good drafting this year in the draft. Drafting in the draft. Yeah, the rookies. You know those guys that come in the first year? Anyway, Kansas City, I think, did well. Quit laughing at me. He's smirking. Anyway, it's going to be a good test. I think Kansas City still has the upper, little bit of an edge on this one, upper edge on this one. I think Mahomes finds a way to win this one. It may be Kelsey. I don't know if Buffalo, having a good tight end like Kelsey or that type of player is a determining factor sometimes, and that may be what happens in this game.
I'm also giving them the loss. comparing their offenses, because their defenses, in my opinion, are pretty even. Maybe Kansas City's slightly better, but could go either way. Their offense, quarterbacks, Kansas City, wide receivers, Buffalo, tight ends, Kansas City, offensive line, probably even. But I still give Kansas City the win. They're probably right now probably 10 wins by this time, but probably over 10 wins by this time. They're probably going to win 90% of their matchups, but they're going to win this one against Buffalo Bills in a very highly contested game.
Jets played them in week 1. Here you going at New York. I still think you came off of this one. You probably got your ego handed down to you a little bit more. Got beat up a little bit. Season still looking pretty good. Here I come in this one, mad and mean, guys. I just don't think Jets going to have enough to stop Buffalo's offense, and then defense on Buffalo has enough to stop Jets.
And this is a very easy prediction. Jets, they did get better. Buffalo got way better with their free agency picks, and this is probably one of the easiest matchups they have on their schedule.
Where are we at? Pats. We got a matchup over here, guys, so both of them wins. Rewind about 10 minutes of and you'll be over here. But you can see why we chose that one. Seattle. Giving Seattle the win. Go back and watch our previous episodes on this one, guys. Buffalo wins. I don't. It's Friday, guys. Time to go to bed. Anyway, Friday beats Saturday. No. So anyway, Buffalo beats Seattle. Back and watch previous episodes. Talk about this one a little bit more. Arizona. I don't think Arizona has enough of a defense on the backside of things to stop Diggs and Brown. I think that's going to be the determining factor in this one. Bye week. Going to the bye week. He only has you as 2 losses. I only have you as 1 loss. Looking pretty good. If you look at New England, I don't know where the Jets are going to be looking at or Miami's going to be looking at right now. Jets may be in there. We'll see. I don't know their schedule. I've not looked at that far ahead. We'll get into that tomorrow. But much needed bye week. Kind of recaps what your other opponents are doing. Get healthy. Going to San Diego. Yeah, San Diego's got a good defense. You may be starting a rookie quarterback. You may be seeing your old quarterback you had in Buffalo for years before Josh Allen. So, I think you're going to know how to win this one. Yes, it's at San Diego. Teams flying from the East Coast always seem like a little bit of a lack when they go out to the West Coast. They're just not 100% going sometimes, but I still think you got enough Buffalo. I'm sorry, San Diego's coming to your house. I'm just losing it today, guys. What I thought it was at. But, I think you pull this one off.
Chargers going to Buffalo. Buffalo, better quarterback, better wide receivers. Chargers maybe have better running backs, but Buffalo could easily have a better running back. But it's probably the only thing the Chargers have is probably very good defense. That's the only thing going to hold Buffalo back from scoring like 30, 40 points, but I still give them an easy one.
Figured out what it was. I had this helmet on. It squished my brains, okay? It squished my brains out. So my brains are kind of...
Maybe you need to put it back on.
Put it back on? How about that? All right. No? Fully. I won't be able to talk at all. My brain will be like at San Fran. Brett's got you winning, I got you losing. I think San Fran's another playoff caliber, if not a Super Bowl caliber team. So I got you losing this one. I don't know if you want to say anything about this one, Brett, but Pittsburgh, yeah, you got Roethlisberger back. I think Buffalo's got enough of a defense and offense to pull this one off. Granted, Pittsburgh's going to have a couple decent wide receivers. If Roethlisberger can throw the ball down deep, if he's still healthy at this point in the game, or at this point in the season, we're talking, almost 3/4 the way through or 3/4. Yeah, about 3/4 of the way through the season. Is Roethlisberger going to be healthy, guys? If he's not playing, So Anyway, we'll give you one of this one. Denver. Denver's been an intriguing game. At Denver, so you're mile high up. Denver's got a decent defense. Sorry, guys, my brain's getting smushed. Quit laughing at me. Denver's got a better defense. I don't know if Denver's got the wide receivers. You got Sutton. I don't know who else you got. You lost Emmanuel Sanders to New Orleans. I don't know if Denver's got enough offense to pull this one off. I think Buffalo's defense, along with their deep passing game and short running game with Singletary, and Singletary can catch as well as he can run, which I love that in a running back. Allen can run as well as pass. I love that in a quarterback. So you can pull one off here at Denver.
After facing 3 very good defenses, you're facing another one, which had a coach 2 years ago in 2018 leading #1 defense. He's a returning player in Callahan. There's also very good corners, very good everything on their defense. Offense, maybe a few questions, but they still have a very good #1 receiver. They shouldn't have got rid of their other receiver to... What was the other receiver that they gave to 49ers, which gave to Saints?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, they shouldn't have got rid of him. He is about 30, 31 years old right now. But their offense is still going to be probably below average to average. Their defense average to above average. And like I said with Raiders, Denver is also going to be in very highly contested games, even if it's a Super Bowl champions, all the way. Well, they'll win against any below average teams, but even if it's best teams, even in the NFL right now, they're going to be highly contested games. And at Denver, I'm actually giving Denver the win.
All right, Pats, Bills, Patriots. Your season's on the line right now. If you see if this is how it works out, Buffalo's winning your division. You're playing for a wild card. You're playing to get in the playoffs now. I think Patriots going to want this game a little bit more. By now, Buffalo probably knows they're in the playoffs. I can't say they're going to relax, but I think they may start going on cruise control here a little bit. Even if you play to win this game, Buffalo, I think Patriots are going to be hungry. They got to be very hungry for this one, but they're going to not make the playoffs. So that's the reason I'm giving Patriots the win here. And then Week 16, you guys are already seeing Miami come up again. I don't know who's going to be quarterbacking for these guys. Miami, by now your rookies are getting, used to the speed of the pro game, pro level. I still think Buffalo, you go into this one, I don't think you're going to be setting your players. I think you're going to make sure you got the win here. And then you might start playing a little bit of other guys, just get ready for the playoffs. But I don't think you can let this one slip through your fingers. I think you want to win this one to prove you may be the champions of the East. Depends what Jets do. Miami.
In this, I said the Jets are probably the easiest team on their schedule, but it's actually Miami. Miami, very easy team to beat. And I have them with 13-3.
Okay, guys. My brain is full of shit now. Don't laugh at me. All right, guys. That's our episode for today. New England, Buffalo. Tomorrow we'll get into the Dolphins and the Jets. I said Jets could be an intriguing team. I don't count out Miami a whole lot. I like Tua for Miami as a rookie quarterback. I don't know, rookie quarterbacks not in their first years do a whole lot. I see him getting in there by this time of the season. You got Howard and Breida, a couple veteran running backs. Miami could be competitive a little bit towards the end of the year. At the beginning, I just can't see them because of the lack of preseason, the lack of training and stuff. But Miami's going to be, they could be a kind of a mystery team this year with all the players they picked up. It could be very intriguing. Jets, We'll see you tomorrow, guys. We'll look at your schedule. Where you going to fall at here, guys? If Jets got a pretty easy schedule, I don't look ahead because I don't want to give any sneak peeks till tomorrow. I'm just saying we're going to do the Jets in Miami. We'll see what their schedules look like, and we'll see who the division champ may be. So, enough talking shit today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.